Hello everyone, welcome back, and this is going to be the third part of this chapter, number 3, the northern and the coastal plains. So let's start. First, let me do the recap of the second part. In the second part, we discussed the life in the region. Okay, life in the region of northern plains. Okay, all the states like Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh. Okay, all which falls under northern plains. We discuss about them, and in this part we will start with coastal plains, and we will read about the like the states, okay, which falls under this area, and we will know about the coastal plains. Okay, so we'll start now. The coastal plains, the plain land that lies along the coast is the coastal plain. Okay, so India has coast. Okay, India has a long coast from Gujarat till Bengal. This is the coastal region where the land meets the sea. You can see the blue portion. This is sea. Okay, and this is land. Okay, so the coastal plains lies towards the border. Okay, in the border where land and sea meets. Okay, this narrow passage of land, you can see between like green. It is mentioned the green in color. This is coastal plain. Okay, and this is west. Okay, this part is west. That's why it is known as western coastal plain, and this is east. That's why this is known as eastern coastal plain. Okay, so it lies between Western Ghat and the Arabian Sea. Western coastal plains lies between Western Ghat. See, this is a range, okay, mountain range, series of mountains, okay, and between them falls Western coastal plain. And here we have Eastern Ghat. Here also we have range, okay, series of ranges and yeah, mountains, and between that, between sea and this mountain ranges, okay, lies the eastern coastal plain. Okay, as you can see here, it is divided into western coastal plain and eastern coastal plain, which I have showed you in this map. Okay, this plain stretch from Gujarat to West Bengal. So this plain stretch from Gujarat, this is Gujarat, okay, stretches from here till West Bengal. Okay, this is Bengal, right? The two coastal plains meet at Kanyakumari, and where they meet, this side western coastal plain and eastern coastal plain, they meet at a place Kanyakumari, which is also the last point of our mainland. Okay, Indian mainland. Okay, so now western coastal plain. The western coastal plain lies between the Western Ghat and the Arabian Sea. So as I told you, it lies between the Western Ghat and the Arabian Sea. Okay, it stretches from Gujarat to Kerala, and it starts from Gujarat and it stretches till Kerala. Kerala, okay, here we have Kerala. Okay, it is divided into three parts, and Western Coastal Plain is divided into three parts. Okay, I'll show you the map. Okay, see. So Western Coastal Plain is divided into three parts. I'll show you. The first part is Gujarat coast. Okay. The second is Konkan coast, and the third is Malabar coast. Okay. Towards the north we have Gujarat coast. In the middle we have Konkan coast, where Maharashtra and Goa lies, and we have Malabar coast towards the south, where we have Kerala and all. Okay. So this is the division of western coastal plain. Okay, now we come to eastern coastal plain. Okay, eastern coastal plain lies between the Eastern Ghat and the Bay of Bengal. As I told you, it lies between Eastern Ghat. Okay, this is like a series of mountains. Okay, like it's a long range. Okay, and I like to say, tell you that here we have hills, but they are not so big, not like Himalayas. Okay, they are short in height. Okay, the part of the Western Ghat hills are higher than the Eastern Ghats hills. Okay, like there are like various passage also. Okay, like from where the river cuts the mountain and it passes through them. Okay, we have various passage also in between. Okay, so like we have hills here, but it is not so big like Himalayas. Okay, clear? And it stretches from West Bengal to Tamil Nadu. I'll show you in the map. Okay, it stretches from West Bengal, eastern coastal plain, from West Bengal till to Tamil Nadu here. Okay, and it is also divided into two parts. Okay, the northern part is called Northern Kirkus and the southern part is called Coromandel Coast towards the Tamil Nadu. Clear? Southern part. Okay, Coromandel Coast towards the Tamil Nadu. Okay. See, the northern part known as the Northern Kirkus and the southern part called the Coromandel Coast. Okay. So now we come to the next topic, life in the region. So next topic is life in the region. Okay, first we'll see the states which are covered under western and eastern coastal plains. Okay, so the states are Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha and West Bengal. These are the states which falls under western and eastern coastal plain. And here see fishing and farming are the main occupation. It's a plain area to farming. It is good for farming. Okay, and it is near the sea, so fishing is the main occupation. So these two are the main occupation which are mainly practiced by the people of this region. Rice and coconut are the main crops grown. Rice and coconut are the main crop. Okay, and fishing, varieties of fish they catch and they sell in the market to earn. Okay, there are a number of ports that are used to export and import goods. Ports, where ships, okay, where goods are transported from one country to another through waterways. Okay, the place is called ports. Okay, where all the ships they come and dock. Okay, so now we come to the we'll discuss the states. Okay, the first state is Gujarat. So the main crops of Gujarat are jowar, bajra, cotton and sugarcane. These are the main crops which are grown in Gujarat. Many peoples are traders. Okay, most of the people they are engaged in business. Okay, they are traders. Okay, some are engaged in dairy farming. Okay, and many of them are also engaged in dairy farming. Dairy farming. Okay, there is a place called Anand. Okay, Anand in Gujarat. It is a main center of milk production. That place has means the highest production of milk in India is done at that place only. Okay. Along the coast, salt is made by drying seawater and salt production is also done. See, you can see the picture here. Along the coast, okay, the seawater is dried and people make salt. See you can see the laborers working, they are making salt. Okay, and there are many textile mills, oil refineries and diamond cutting centers in Gujarat. Okay, oil refineries where all the crude oil are refined. Okay, and they are then made into petroleum. Okay, diesel like that, kerosene. And diamond cutting center. Surat is a city which is famous for diamond. Okay, so diamond cutting is also famous there, and most people speak Gujarati, and the common language there is Gujarati. Famous language means they speak Gujarat is for Gujaratis only. Okay, okay. So the main language there is Gujarati, and Ras Garba is the popular folk dance, and the popular folk dance is Ras Garba. You all know during Navratri and all people do okay Garba and all Dandiya. Okay, like that. So next state is Goa. Goa is famous for cashew nut and mangoes. Cashew nut with a dry fruit cashew nut, okay, and mangoes. Iron ore and manganese deposit are also found here. Okay, they are also mining centers for of iron ore and manganese. Okay, Vindaloo and Zakuti are famous dishes. These are the famous dishes of Goa. Vindaloo and Zakuti. Okay, and Konkani is widely spoken. Okay, and the main language is Konkani. Okay, it's a mixture. Okay, it's like same like Marathi. Okay, anybody who knows Marathi can easily understand Konkani. Okay, and speak also. Most of the words are same. Okay, the beautiful beaches are a big tourist attraction, and Goa is famous for beaches. Many people from India and abroad they come and visit. Okay, and the beaches there are the main attraction. Okay, St. Xavier's Church, Fort Agoda, and Dudhsagar Fall are visited by many tourists. Okay, these are some of the famous places in Goa. Now we come to Kerala. Rubber, tea, coffee, and Kerala, the capital of Kerala, Thiruvananthapuram. Okay. Rubber, tea, coffee, and spices are the important crops grown in Kerala apart from rice and coconut. Okay, rubber, tea, coffee, and spices. Kerala is very famous for spices. Okay, Portuguese they came to India, Vasco da Gama, and he started trading in spices only. Okay, So it's very famous for spices, rubber, tea, coffee, and it's also famous for rice and coconut. Coir making is an important activity. So now what is coir? So what is coir? You have seen coconut. Okay, the outer husk. Okay, means the outer layer from where we get coarse material, a coarse fiber, which is used in making ropes. Okay, rope and all wire. Okay, rope. Okay, so that is called coir. Okay, if you want to know more, you can go and search in Google also. Okay, you can like you'll get the exact details. Okay. Kathakali and Mohini Attam are the popular classical dances. You know this Kathakali, you can see the picture here, Kathakali. Okay, and like these are the main the dance of performed in Kerala. Okay, and people speak Malayalam. Malayalam is the main language there, and Onam and Vishu are popular festival. Onam is a festival, like it's a agricultural festival. Okay, which is generally celebrated at the end of the agricultural season. Okay, so now we come to Tamil Nadu. So Tamil Nadu is famous for tea and coffee, okay, which are grown along the slopes of Nilgiri Hills. Okay, Nilgiri Hills is a part of Eastern Coastal Plain. Okay, and in that hills, tea and coffee are mostly grown, and it's very famous in the country, in country and abroad also. Kanchipuram and Madurai are the main center of silk weaving. Okay, Kanchipuram silk, Madurai silk are very famous. Okay, and they are the main center of silk weaving. People are very fond of idli, dosa, upma, and sambar. Like you must be knowing these dishes, idli, dosa. We also cook this at home. Okay, and Bharatnatyam is the popular dance. You can see here picture. Bharatnatyam. This is the popular dance performed in Tamil Nadu. Performed in Tamil Nadu, and Tamil is the main language. See Tamil Nadu. So Tamil is the main language, and Pongal is the important festival. Okay, Pongal is same like Onam. Okay, it's the same festival, almost same festival. The names are different in different state. Okay, so now we come to the next state, which is Andhra Pradesh. So Andhra Pradesh is famous for Kondapalli toys and Kalamkari walks. Okay, Kondapalli toys, it's a toy made out of clay. Okay, in which you have seen a head shakes, head moves. Okay, it's like a dancing doll where heads and body parts it moves. Okay, you can Google it and you can see the picture there. Okay, and it's a clay toy. Okay, where heads and all it moves. Okay, like a dancing doll. Okay, but it's made of clay. Okay, and mica and limestone are found here. It's the main center for mica and limestone, which are minerals. Okay, Kuchipudi is a popular dance. You can see the picture here. Kuchipudi, it's a main dance there. Okay, and Vishakhapatnam is an important seaport. You heard about this name, Vishakhapatnam. Okay, it's a major port. Okay, from where all the goods are transported to other countries, and we also receive from other countries through this port. Okay, and it's also a main center, like major command center for Indian Navy. Okay, Indian Armed Forces, Indian Navy. Okay, that. So now we come to the last state here, Odisha. Odisha is famous for its textiles, silver work, and handicraft item. So Odisha is famous for textiles. Okay, silver work, a silver jewelry we wear. Okay, women's wear. Okay, we also wear like rings and made up of silver. Okay, and handicraft items. Coal, iron ore, and manganese deposit are also found here. So Odisha is rich in mineral deposit. Okay, deposits. So coal, iron ore, and manganese are like available there in huge quantity. Cuttack and Rourkela are industrial cities. Cuttack and Rourkela are the important industrial cities. Okay, many industries are located in these two places. Odisha is a popular dance. It's Odissi. Okay, Odissi is a popular dance. Okay, and most people speak Odia, and Odia is the local language there. Okay, main language. The Rath Yatra is a popular festival. Rath Yatra is the important festival. There you can see the picture here. Okay, huge Rath are made and people they pull. Okay, pull this Rath. Okay, and the Chilka Lake with its bird sanctuary attracts many tourists. And Chilka Lake is a place. Okay, it's a lake. Okay, a saltwater lake. Okay, and it's very famous amongst the tourists. So with this we come to the end of the chapter, And this chapter we have completed in 3 parts, part 1, 2 and 3. Okay, you all see all the 3 parts. Okay, and then next video I'll make on objectives and question answer of this chapter. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.